Good evening, friends, and welcome to another interesting session of Candid Meena. And in today's session, we'll be talking about how, there's a twist in Sunjay Karisma case and a lot more. So it is over to you.
Yeah, welcome, friends. The latest news, of course, is something that we should all be aware. As the Lok Sabha, uh, you know, uh, Lok Sabha is in session, and the opposition are trying to target the Prime Minister and his government about the Pahalgam incident and the attack. Just ironically, three terrorists were killed as security forces on Monday launched a major anti-terror operation in the Nidwas area near Dara in Jammu and Kashmir following inputs about suspected militants' movement in the region. Now, according to sources, the mastermind of the Pahalgam terror attack, Suleiman Shah, was among the three neutralized during today's encounter that began around 11 a.m. Police, though, said that the operation is still on. They'll issue an official statement only after it ends. Now, friends, this is called Operation Mahadev. And look at the irony. See, the opposition was trying their best to attack Modi ji and say that, see, where is the proof? Where are the people which terrorists have you killed? Who have you encountered? And look at karma. There on their face today. Already they have killed one of the terrorists who has, attacked the people in Pahalgam. So look at the irony. I don't know why Congress and the other opposition try to stoop to such a low when they do not even have the facts in hand. Welcome, Leena. Welcome, Pusag. Welcome, Shweta. Welcome, Fennel. Always nice to see all of you. Yeah. So, friends, on the sidelines, as we discuss other topics, so this is also happening on the sidelines. And then another thing, we are always talking, Jaidev and I, we are always talking about Nepo kids. Congress party has the largest number of Nepo kids, in a political party. Now, just a few minutes back, I was listening to Shinde's, I don't know whether she's the granddaughter or who, you can correct me, Jaidev, the Shinde's granddaughter or daughter, I don't know. Daughter. And, she, after Mr. Jaishankar, the finance minister, the foreign minister, gave a complete details on what happened, this woman doesn't even have the brain to understand that he has already explained everything. And she's saying who went after them, who was responsible, who were the people killed, were the terrorists killed, It's just like a kindergarten child comes out into Lok Sabha and speaks, her mind without even realizing that a very experienced, foreign minister has already explained everything. And if she and the others don't have brains to understand, they shouldn't even bother to enter politics. Yeah, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, so when clearly the Indian Army, clearly stated that they have taken down the mastermind of Pahalgam attack, Congress still, they are very adamant to prove anything that Modi does is wrong. Even after the fact that Jaishankar, he spoke, very articulately, and also Tejaswi Surya also pointed out that so many terrorist attacks happened when, the Congress was in power. And it is quite apparent that we have seen on Candid Meena that Rahul Gandhi is seen visiting many times foreign countries, and something bad happens in India. Also, the fact that we know the George Soros connection to the Congress party and many anti-Indian forces. So this is not very surprising, and it is quite very well put by Jaishankar and Amit Shah also in particular. He voiced his opinions very well, and it is good that the Congress is really making a fool of themselves in the parliament. Yes.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I'm moving on to something very interesting, Jaidev. I was just, watching a few minutes of what, Ankita Lokande has started. And I was just thinking that, it's so strange. It appears that certain individuals, suddenly, because when the glare of fame fades, you know. So let's just get a picture on. Yeah, let's get a picture. Can we just get a picture, Jenny? Yeah. So, friends, when the glare of fame fades, it seems like all these actors and these choreographers and these small tiny bit stars and all that, they have started looking at another career. And everybody from Farah Khan and the perpetually controversial Ankita, you remember Ankita Lokade, whose name you recall was once strategically linked to a certain actor. We're talking about SSR for her career, to resurrect her career. Now they find themselves scrambling for new venues of jobs. And what better path than to become self proclaimed influencers? Now, in her video, you will see that she's, gone on to giving a lot of information. Now, when Farah started, when we had Farah, with a cook, trying to show her culinary prowess, of various actors, whether it's in the television or on the screen, they would go to their homes, and with the dabbas and all that, and then tell them that to show whatever is their favorite food. And the strange thing is that none of these actors know how to cook. Very few of them know it. So what happens is their cook teaches her cook, and then that is supposed to be a program. So it's not the actor doing the cooking, it's not Farah Khan doing the cooking. They're just getting cooks who will cook and make the food. So we're talking about. So let's just go to her image. So we have this character that she takes along, who she punches every time. So he's more of a punch bag, and she makes fun of his English. She makes fun of everything. That's her character. So it doesn't surprise us that when she mocks him, that this is her character. This is also her brother's character. So both of them fit the role very well. And just like, similar to that, I was surprised today to see, a video by this lady Ankita, and now everybody knows. See, Ankita Lokande's image has taken rather a muddy turn, and she's transformed now herself into a wellness guru with a newfound passion for Ayurveda specialist tips. So and she herself says that these are not my original tips. These I have taken outsourced from social media. So she's now heroically chugging down every herb known to man, which is we're talking about Ayurvedic, like haritaki, and then all the roots and the the beet, the juices that she has. Everything is just a copy from so many Ayurvedic specialists who come on YouTube and give their beads of wisdom. So this woman has just taken it from there, and she starts drinking, gulping 10 glasses of juices, and every juice is a mix of some herbs and everything. And then she says, "I feel so good." And then after that, she dunks her head in a bowl of ice, and she says, now my skin feels good." Now, if she is with her half-baked knowledge, if she is trying to influence youngsters to follow her beauty routine, I don't know which way her followers are going to go. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, just a few minutes of it, and I couldn't help laughing. That's how terrible these people are, because they don't have any jobs anymore. Now they have jumped on the YouTube wagon and have become what you call specialists, as in different topics. And she also says in a sort of a very apologetic manner that it is Bharati who has asked her to tell us what she does and drinks and eats in a day, and what else she does, like exercises. And her exercises are like a fly flying. That's how silly her exercises look also. And so these two people with their vlogs have now transformed themselves into a cookery guru and a wellness guru. God alone knows what is going to happen to the people who follow them, and follow the recipes that Farah Khan brings along with her her cook. So yes, Farah Khan has got famous with a cook. Everyone is copying. Yeah, she doesn't do any cooking. She just keeps on bullying it. That's what we see all the time. And Farah Khan has got famous with a cook. Yes, absolutely. And Shweta says they're only good at cooking stories. Yes, absolutely. Avan, welcome. And
Welcome.
Shweta says, such a juicy bit of I mean, I couldn't believe it. She had this Ankita had a tray of herb powder and all that, and she's just putting things into a glass and she's drinking it. Can you imagine? It's just like her stomach is a cocktail mixture where everything goes in. Haritaki goes in, and then after some time, methi goes in, and after that, some lemon goes in, some what you call beetroot juice goes in, some ginger, some amla. I mean, is she crazy? I mean, everything has got effects. One will affect the other. If she doesn't, if she keeps, giving advice like this, God alone help the people who are following her advice. Yeah, Jaydev.
Also, I've seen some other Bollywood actors recently endorsing some gut product. So they have become health specialists, and so this is how they try to fool the public, because gullible public who like them, who are fans of them, they will buy them, and they will have very big health disasters, right?
Yeah. And see, Leena says now Bharti has some issue with her maid and she's put it on YouTube. That's how they want to earn. And Savitri says, Farah is so loud, hope that Dilip Cook does not get carried away. Another thing is that, see, you look at Madhuri Dixit. Now, she also doesn't have movies, and her husband has also lost his job in US. Apparently, he's lost even his certificate to work over there, so he can't it's apparently he can't practice in the US. So now this man has tried everything, including making sabudana khichdi. So he comes and gives advice. Then he realized that all the recipes that they make, they're all disasters. He would have got a lot of feedback. Then what he did was he started doling out advice on how students who go to abroad, that's because their two kids went to and join some university abroad, then they became experts in university talk. So all the people, they would advise, this is what you should do, that is what you should do. Then I don't know now, even that has failed, I think. I don't know what is now on their agenda next. But they seem to be cooking up something or the other every second. And you also found, Jay, that Amitabh Bachchan's granddaughter has also suddenly disappeared. What happened to her? Did she get a role or something? Because when they get a role, they forget about everything else, isn't it?
Yeah, so Shweta Nanda, I don't see her in her talk shows, and she is nowhere to be seen. So let's see, if Karan Johar gives her a film.
Savitri says, stupid Dr. Nene wasted his degree. Seems his parents were against him coming to Mumbai. I don't think it's that way, Savitri. From what news came is that, see, something happened in America and he had to return because his license was revoked and he couldn't practice there. And that's why he came with his baggage and his wife Madhuri to Bombay for fresher pastures. So while Madhuri did get some tukada roles in this OTT platform, stuff. Other than that, even the wife is not doing very well. So they have tried everything on YouTube. Now I don't know what is left for them to try, because they've murdered Marathi cookery through their shows. Because I'm not showing off, but I think I make better sabudana khichdi than Nene. So that's something I can vouch for. Yeah, back to you, Jit.
Yeah, so in an interesting twist, friends, and it is Amir Khan. And Amir Khan has found himself in the spotlight after a video surfaced showing a convoy of police vehicles exiting his Bandra home, and the unexpected visit by nearly 25 IPS officers has, it is quite surprised, this video. And there are a lot of rumors, and a member from the Khan's team clarified the IPS trainees of the current batch has requested a meeting with him, and Amir Khan hosted them at his residence. So, and also the fact that Khan had a meeting with a batch of IPS trainees over the years, and his 1999 film Sarfrosh, in which he portrayed an honest and sharp-witted cop, had a lasting impact, prompting many young officers to express some admiration for him. So, I really don't see this as a good thing, right? That IPS officers who should be respected, why do they come to such personalities? when you know this particular person, Amir Khan, he supported Turkey, right? He had a meeting with the Turkish first lady, and when Turkey supplies arms to Pakistan, and Pakistan used Turkish weapons to hit at Indian targets, during the Operation Sindoor. So this is really, really, I don't understand all these things, but we have seen how the things work in Maharashtra.
Yeah. So Fennel says, Minaji, if I'm not wrong, AB's granddaughter is doing an MBA from IIM and also involved in the Naveli project for her dad's. Okay, yeah, sure. So that it must be also involved with real estate, which is what they're doing. In fact, Akshay Kumar also sold two of his houses for crores. And they're all into this big business. I don't know whether this woman is involved in that, but recently, also, this man Ajay, no, I'm sorry, Akshay Kumar also sold two plots, two houses or plots, and they're all going the reality way, whether it's Amitabh Bachchan and his son. So there seems to be, I'm sure there is something hanky panky going on there in that area. That's Amir's way of becoming Amir. Shweta and her Shweta has got a very good sense of humor. Yeah. So back to you, Jen.
So, friends, if you like our content, make sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And now, public must be careful with any advice that comes from Kabal or they
Absolutely.
have any degree.
That's
Yes. So, coming to the next piece of news, and this is with regards to the Sanjay Kapoor and Karisma case. So now the latest is that Karisma Kapoor's, according to certain reports, ahead of general meeting of Sona Comstar, which is Sanjay's company, Sanjay's mother Rani Kapoor has claimed that she holds a majority stake in the Sona Group and is the rightful heir to the estate. Now, as per certain report by a certain media house, it has been reported that actor Karishma Kapoor, who is the ex-wife of Sanjay, is also seeking a share in his extensive estate. However, there has been no official confirmation of the same. So this is quite interesting if this is indeed true. If the reports are indeed true, and Karishma Kapoor is, like they are claiming that she is interested in taking a claim in the real estate. So, but right now it's quite clear that his mother is, she wants a majority stake in the company, and she wants she's the rightful heir to his estate. So all this, you can see how things have really spiraled out after his unfortunate accidental death, in which he swallowed a honeybee during a polo match, and he had a heart attack. And it is very unbelievable that the kind of accidents which Bollywood wants you to believe, right? That Sridevi dies in a bathtub, and the bathtub is hardly 5 feet, and she is taller than 5 feet, and she drowns in a bathtub. So this is the kind of stories that Bollywood wants the army to believe, and they think that people are still bloody fools, right? That's how Bollywood is. Yes.
Yeah. So I found something very interesting, Jaidev, is that, you know, we all know that now, these people are all now away from the glare of glamour and all that. We're talking about Shilpa Shetty. Okay, now everybody's forgotten her except for her, laughter that you see in some show, which people hardly watch. Now, apparently, this woman was coming from the airport or from the railway station. I don't know from where, because depending on the scam, she will use that particular vehicle. So now, if she's scam ridden, then of course she'll go using a train, saying that she's a very poor and all that. So now she was coming from somewhere. I do not know where. Anyway, she got a very royal welcome at the place when she entered, and they put a sort of a garland around her. And when they were going to put a tikka on her forehead, she refused. Now I don't understand what does Bollywood have against wearing the bindi or the tikka. Now you guys are making money, on the backs of Hindus. Hmm? And you still have a problem to wear a bindi. Now, what are you, Shilpa Shetty? Are you a Hindu? Are you a Muslim or a Christian? You can come out openly. Now, if you are, with the cabal and you feel that everything belongs to the other side of the country, then you go there, and settle down. That is the best thing, because at that time when partition was done, these people all who don't wear bindi all went to Pakistan. Now, all the people who don't wear bindi should go to Pakistan, isn't it? Similarly, Jaidev, I found something very interesting. Now, this boy has not even done his second film. I don't know if it is the first film and this is a little bit of the second film. We're talking about none other than Saif Khan's son. We're talking about Ibrahim Ali Khan. Now, people are saying now the PR is saying he has become so good in Sazamin and he's blah 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 blah. His dialogue delivery, everybody and some people critics are saying no, his dialogue delivery has become flat. And especially when he's against people like Prithviraj and Kajol, his dialogue delivery is bad. Now, what we saw was when he was coming out of somewhere. I don't know. Usually, it'll be the pub and all. So when he was coming out of somewhere, he was looking and acting very angrily with so-called fans. I'm sure he doesn't even have one fan. Somebody must have just looked at him and he was very angry with it. Now, I don't understand. I think he's a bacha who's not even graduated. And he's just 1.5 films, over. And this man is throwing attitude worse than Saif Khan. What do these fathers and mothers teach these children? You know, do they even teach them any manners? Because the last video we saw, he could not even stand on his feet. He was being supported by people. So what does he have? At this young age, does he drink? Does he do what? What mood alternatives does he take? Because he can't even stand on his feet. And now his father and everybody is pushing him and pushing. How long will you push? This reminds me of another political figure who's a perpetual bacha. So this thing, this nepotistic kids are really, sore, for our eyes. They are really, they should be all sent to some Timbuktu or something, so that at least we can watch some movies in peace. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so this is quite interesting that Boni Kapoor. You wanted to say something about Boni Kapoor and Sridevi.
So now what is happening is, in the case of Boni Kapoor and Sridevi. Now see, somewhere an attempt is being made to regularize the fact that it is because of her obsession with dieting that she died. So now everybody is working overtime. Now, when I say working overtime, you should understand. We're talking about the PR they employ, everybody who they employ, they will now reshape the Boni Sridevi history. Now they'll make it, if they want, if they say please make it romantic, they'll say, oh, what all Boni did, he even gave her an emerald ring. Okay. Now what they're saying is that Pankaj Parashar, the filmmaker, he opened up about an incident that severely impacted both the late actor's health. We're talking about Sridevi and a film project they were working on. Now, Parashar, who directed Sridevi in Chalbaz, blamed Ram Gopal Verma for pressurizing her to lose weight during their collaboration on the 1991 Telugu film Shana Shanam, a push that he claims led to a disturbing health episode. And speaking to media, he said that while filming for his project Meri Biwi Ka Jawab Nahi, which starred Sridevi and Akshay, was progressing smoothly until Sridevi began an an extreme diet regimen. He claimed that Ravi Ram Gopal Verma kept urging her to slim down, prompting her to eliminate all salt from her diet entirely. The result was a dramatic drop in her blood pressure. According to Parashar, she fainted on the set, hit her head on a table, remained unconscious for around 20 minutes, and even lost her tooth. Due to a facial injury, she had to step away from the shoot, effectively derailing the film schedule. Now, the production never recovered, Parashar said that after the incident, a series of unfortunate events followed. The financier exited the project, the producer passed away, and eventually he had to abandon the film. Years later, Akshay also acknowledged the project's abrupt halt during an appearance on Coffee with Karan. He revealed that the film was never completed and the 2004 release featured only the footage they managed to shoot. The climax, where characters vowed revenge, was never filmed. Instead, viewers were met with a written message saying revenge eventually took place. This wasn't an isolated incident. Now you see how PR is coming in. In a conversation with the New Indian, Sridevi's husband and film producer Boni Kapoor revealed that the late actress often subjected herself to starvation diets to maintain her appearance. He stated that she had experienced blackouts multiple times due to low blood pressure, and doctors had warned her repeatedly. He also shared that the actor Nagarjuna once recalled Sridevi fainting in a bathroom while on another crash diet, leading to a similar injury. She broke a tooth after collapsing. These accounts from those close to Sridevi paint a troubling picture of the toll that constantly physical scrutiny and professional pressure can take. Despite her grace on the screen, the actor's journey was marked by episodes of physical strain brought on by demands for perfection. Now, how odd is this? Is the question, because when Sridevi died, the Dubai police, we were there when this happened, and Dubai police questioned him for 8 hours. He could not go anywhere, and then somehow, the calls from Bombay came, and suddenly the whole thing was hushed, and then her body was taken to Dubai. Now, you see how Boni Kapoor is attempting to, add to his, thing that, she would have hit her head, on the bathtub when she died, and that's how she would have drowned. So you see how they are trying to pad the story. They pad it just like they are, you're padding a truck or something. They padding it so that the truth will never come out. Now suddenly he's taking the resorting to Nagarjuna and now Parashan. Now, how are these people bothered about her, taking to a diet? Let me tell you the truth. All these people, right from Deepika Padukone to everybody, hardly eat anything. So are they all fainting and hitting their heads and losing their teeth? So this is all something. Whenever they have something to hide, they will find every excuse to use people to say that, see, what I said was the truth, and Sridevi died because of the fact that she was, dieting too much or not having salt, and that's why, she fainted and all that. So one thing you must understand, even, if you look at all these shots, suddenly you'll find Anushka and Virat Kohli, with the kid. Earlier she was covering her, putting a hat, a scarf, everything. If there was a tree, she would even get the tree to cover the child. But now the child has come out into the open, and father and mother they're all a very happy picture. Now they have moved to London. Okay, so seems to be some other agenda in there. Next move to London. So you know very well that these people are, controlled, and they are doing something at someone's behest. Okay. So we know exactly that Virat Kohli and his wife don't get along at all. You look at the body language, you can understand. And did they care about the stampede that happened in Bangkok? Did they bother about the people who died? No, they didn't. They went back laughing, from the airport. So and why do the fans follow them? This is my question. These people don't care two hoots about you. Why don't you, pursue what you like, pursue the career that you like, pursue the hobbies that you like? Stop watching these Bollywood heroes and these cricket, stars, as they say. They're just fooling you, and fooling your children. Yeah, so let's just take a few comments, very nice ones coming. Fennel says, rightly said, Leenaji, easy money, no real struggle, no value for hardworking, thus so much of arrogance and attitude. So let's just go to Leena's comment. Yeah, so Leena said, they're extremely rich and have so much money. This has led to arrogance. All these Nepo kids are hopeless. They're just being resting on their father's laurels. All are same. Suhana, Aryan, Ibrahim, Ananya, Chanvi, etc. And I found, Fennel, I found this very cute thing that is going around in these shots. And in that, Janvi is eating from her boyfriend's plate. Okay. And I don't know what she's eating. I mean, that is something you can get anywhere. But she is eating from her boyfriend's plate. Now, I forget the boyfriend's name because he's so insignificant. Now, he is looking at her either very angrily or I don't know what. Okay. So, she's just trying to act cute. So these are the shots that show that how intelligent they are. They are doing so many things. They are very intellectually, very good at doing things. So from this you can make out these nepo kids have absolutely nothing to do. So let's just take a few more comments. Lina says he's lost tons of money. Bodhi Kapoor, yes, and rightly said, yes. This comment is something to take. Shweta says too many conflicting reports about Sridevi. Hard to digest. It was also the insurance thing, so that we've explained in some of the videos that we've done earlier. But how come no injury in the postmortem despite of hitting in the bathtub? Absolutely, Divya. Well said. Boni Kapoor has never looked sad nor depressed when his wife died. He was with the Urvashi Rathela, no? He was looking somewhere else, not even on at her face. His hands were moving somewhere else. So he had other business to do. Now, Shweta says Boni's imagination runs riot and he makes no bones about it. And the funny thing is, I think he's also on Ozempic because he's lost another 10 kilos and he's looking like someone else. Lena says, surprising, even more daughters not bothered about what happened to their mother. Absolutely. Shekhar, yes, Shekhar Paharia. This is a character that she took her food from, and he's staring at her so angrily. Like, he must have also got fed up of a cutish character, behavior. So he must have also looked at her angrily. But she's thinking that she is such a cute 12-year-old, doing whatever she likes. Earlier, she used to play with that character. What is his name, Jaideep? The one who works for Ambani. And that's how she climbed the steps.
Ori.
So then, yeah.
Ori.
Yeah, Ori. Yeah. So these people also, it's just like a university. So first they go to school, then they go to high school, which is Ori. And from Ori, then they go on to other people, who are rich people. And then they party. And then they meet people like this, what is his name? Shekhar Paharia types at Ambani weddings. And then they find that they gel. And then, then life becomes a cake because you don't need to worry about buying a Louis Vuitton bag or, that stuff. It'll be, easily accessible. Yes, Ori, absolutely, yeah. Now Ori has, after everything has died down, Ambani wedding, everything is over and all that. Suddenly, Ori has decided to bring out his version of what happened at the wedding, and I mean, Karan Johar is nothing compared to Ori. Because Ori, the kind of dresses, the clothes that he wears, I won't say dress, he doesn't wear a dress. The kind of clothes he wears, the suits or whatever nonsense he wears, has feathers and quills and whatnot. I mean, I don't know what he looks like. And he's busy hugging everybody everywhere. See, normally there's a way to hug people, but this man hugs people in the wrong places. So this is, he is quite a character. And he's not scared of anybody because he's working for the right boss. So the boss will take care of anybody who tries to act funny. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah, so that's all the news for today, friends, and we will see you tomorrow with a very interesting session of Rajgopalanji. Until then,
Janvi was on the Satwan Asman on her debut this year. Was that Cannes or was it the Met Gala? See, because Met Gala is such a place where you can pay and go. Okay, Khan is also a part of the whole cabal. You remember, Urvashi Rautela types are all there, up and walking up and down and wearing. And these people at Khan, they were getting fed up. Like all these girls, the Indian what do you call it, starlets, were standing on the steps, not giving space to the Hollywood starlets. Then these bodyguards, huge, big ones, would come, and they would say, please move. And they wouldn't even say, please. They would literally take their hand and move them. And even then, they wouldn't move because some also influencers were involved in this session. And these influencers, think that they have suddenly become Aishwarya Rai. And they would just not move from the steps. So what happened was these, big bodyguards came and they started, they put out, they also didn't understand. I mean, from where are these characters coming? So it's all a paid game. No, I can't. Promoting her, yes, absolutely. So she was wearing all those ridiculous clothes and they were not moving away from the steps. Yes, I remember seeing that. Yes. And Milburn says they are into very dark stuff. It's an infestation with the elite kids. It's why they cannot connect with us. Wearing nonsense. I really find it very funny, Shweta. All those feathers and whatnot. They can't walk. You know, sometimes I see Aishwarya try. Because she's now also tagging her daughter along, and she can't walk. There are 10 people catching her gown, and she can't shake her hands. She can't move because she's also put on weight. She's not young anymore, so she can't move also as comfortably as she wants, and her hair is all blow dried and all that. So they come just to sit, smile, and go. This is what they do, and they're paid for that. So it is quite a humorous thing. So good night, friends. See you tomorrow. Good night. Jai Hind. Jai Shri Ram.
Yes, sure.